Hey, what's up, bud? How's everything going? Hey, everybody coming in. Got some Jeremy DeWitt updates the last couple of days. Thought we could share those if you haven't heard. And then we can talk about my nice little troll, I guess you call it. Oh, cool. Yeah. He's been a big help. He got when I started on the Predator Catcher series, which the second episode was supposed to be out last week, but I got some new information that kind of altered this second one because I'm talking about arrest versus conviction, and you know it's walking a fine line when it's all monetized and what you can do and whatnot. And I really took time to listen to some law enforcement on that. So we made some changes on that, but um, that's going to change episode two. I'd already started on it, so I'm just going to kind of ride it out. The third episode is already written, um, and initially I wasn't doing it as a hit piece by no means against anybody, but when somebody emails me blatant evidence of some messed up stuff, I mean, it changed the schedule out a little bit. Got a chance to talk to Daryl DeBusk, who's a FBI field office manager for my area here in East Tennessee. So how's everything going with you guys in your group? In CCC, what is that? Carolina or got really bad reception here? Anyways, I shouldn't have done that right here. Oh yeah. I, I don't watch them live. I watch the replays of it, and got this just doing some searches came upon a website full of this lady who has been doing videos about I guess Tommy over there. Okay, cool. Colorado Creek Control. Yeah, definitely come and check out your stuff, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, Matt. That's the site that I found, and holy crap, there is a lot of stuff on there. A lot of stuff. Yeah, absolutely, Matt. Absolutely. I don't know much about her. I reached out to her by email just to let her know, hey, I come across your site. I'm working on this series, blah blah blah, and she's been real nice to me at an distance, I guess, because of I think she's kind of on guard that people might be posing as somebody else and this and that. So yeah, that's the thing. Triple C. Some of the videos don't really have any context to what I'm sort of digging in, and then you'll have one that is on this subject, and I mean that's great. I get what she's trying to do. I mean, I understand what she's trying to do, but yeah, it is just kind of it's almost a bit overwhelming when you're trying to do a search particular on it. Because I spent you know a part of last night listening there while looking up some stuff over on Orange County's Florida's public record court site. So yeah, absolutely, Matt. Gosh Almighty. Um, yeah, I ran into that Triple C, and I get it. I get it now. Now that I'm going back and watching these panels and seeing how certain people have been treated. Oh, I get it. I get it. That's why when I reach out to the people I'm reaching out to, I want to let them know, hey, this is me. This is the channel. We're not like the serious news breaking type channel. Most of our lives are fun and just blow off steam, have a good time type thing. Um, and we're new and whatnot. But yeah, I get it. Yeah, but there's so much resource on there. She pointed me out to Weld County's press release after they had that meeting because they were afraid that their meeting would get misinterpreted by a certain person when they go live to talk about it. No, Matt's been great, dude. I can't thank him, Matt, enough for just that shout out the other day he gave me and brought all these people over here. It was great, great. And then one of our moderators, I guess you'd call her, Jane. She's been fantastic too. Just commenting with support. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, it's been big, and I mean I just had some time to kill today, and you know I'm trying to get better with my edits, my video edits, but still no team has agreed to do an interview with me, and I get it. I get it. I get a lot of teams will probably be worried about. Well, this guy's new. I don't know him. How's he going to spin this on me? Um, you know, yeah. I got so roped into the RV thing yesterday. I started out with the lie detector test, and I started going through Twitter and doing some reverse image searches on that, just how his test looked. And so I got kind of, you go down that rabbit hole of like, okay, come on. I mean, really? Yeah, Matt. Yeah. Yeah. And I want to, you know, I want to give them the opportunity to say, here's my list of like, my questions. I want to send it to them. I want everything to be on the table, and I want them to feel safe. Like I'm not. This isn't a hit job by no means. I want to get this second episode out, and when somebody's going on their channel lying about how many arrests and convictions they have, then you have to spend all that time going back through the actual paperwork and find this person was arrested, but they were released on their own recognizance. This person was case closed because after repeated attempts to ask for evidence, it wasn't give over. And okay, Matt, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, yeah. And like I said, with being new, I get it. I get it. I mean, you got some guy with a hillbilly voice hitting you up and asking you for interviews about what you do, and with the amount of interesting people there are here that like to do nothing but throw rubber bands in everybody's machines, and I get it, you know, uh, it is what it is. But yeah, that'd be great if I can be something. Probably a couple of weeks out, still nothing, hot topic, the next week or so. But I really got to get that second episode out, and I've been really hesitant about naming names. Hey, Jonathan, what's going on, man? Because I know that certain people have a lot of supporters. And again, this isn't me just focusing one out, but when one has made himself the lightning rod for all this, then you want to go through and you're like, okay, well, they lied about this and it was found out. And then it's just, well, what else are they lying about? And then I got into that blues website and I was like, wow. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say, okay, well, this representative from Tommy Fellows, he made the claim of this arrest, this conviction. Let's look at what we've got here for 2021 to 2023, and you know, anything that I can't prove with paperwork, I'm not going to throw out there. I've seen the videos with the suspected a medicine bottle in it when he turned his camera over. I can't confirm that. I can't confirm anything on the RV things. But what's interesting, I live in Tennessee, and you know, even though that was so many year old. Yeah, that's what I mean, Matt. Yeah, it's just like when you go back to the bulk of the drama, it leads back to one person. And that's the old adage, where there's smoke, there's fire. Some things maybe not the case, but more likely than not, the law of probability is, where there's smoke, there's fire on it. It might be less, it might be more, but either way, there is a lot of people that have paperwork and proof to show that they've been really hurt by this person, or if not that person, by the people that follow that person. And what I also started getting down the rabbit hole and looking at, yeah, John, I don't know Ed, I've never spoke to him, but man, have I watched so much of his content. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Some that I was told I would have to go through a FOIA request on, so I don't know necessarily if that means it's a pending case or a case that's been closed, or a lot of this. You know, my type of reporting that I've done, in media, just to be clear with everybody, I covered some sports, some University of Tennessee football, a little bit of NASCAR, a little bit of public interest things. But yes, Matt, yes, yeah. I could, when I was doing Jeremy DeWitt stuff, I could call Orange County, and man, everything was so much easier than dealing with anything up there in Colorado. Yeah, and the time frame too, because it might go and sit on a detective's desk, and if he's busy, man, you could be waiting, you know, Yeah, Matt. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Uh, I follow a guy runs a channel. Used to be called Police Tube. It's Police Tube's uncle now. Had some issues with some redditors who kind of got his channel took down. I believe can't confirm that allegedly, but he was the one that sort of walked me through a FOIA process, and that was dealing with Jeremy down in Florida. So I don't know if you guys know about that creep, but things are finally starting to move through the courts for him. Looks like he will be paying back. Yeah, Matt. And to be honest with you, dude, do you know where that started from with the hate with police too? And I know there were a couple of other guys, one by the name of Buddy, I believe, and the other by 50 Patrol, which even though they knew that I was sort of aligned with police too, they always treated me, as far as I know, good to my face. Now, I was told that there were Reddit accounts that they created to try to go through my stuff for copyright strikes and stuff, but I'm not an idiot when it comes to that. I'm not going to ever use somebody's stuff either without permission or. Yeah, that's Triple C. That's what I'm hearing. You know, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they're like, if he could if he could monetize the court process, maybe he would focus more on that. But maybe during your chit chat times or whatever, maybe hop on there and start firing this evidence off while you're talking to people. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was crazy. But I will say this about the guy who's behind that channel. Um, there's a lot of things that get said about him, but as far as the guy donating his time to help me on the back end of the YouTube thing, and hasn't asked for a cent. Uh, I mean, anytime I need anything for the channel when I was doing DeWitt stuff, boom, right there. Uh, Gave me, we text back and forth. So, I mean, my gosh, you know, I've been lucky to run into guys like him and you on this because I could have easily, I almost did reach out to the wrong person on this, and I'd be in a whole different situation now than I would because getting into it, uh, I'd seen some of Tommy's videos, and I didn't listen to, or I didn't know about the 501c thing. I didn't know about the lie detector thing. I didn't know about, some allegations that came about at a hotel. Um, hey, Sergeant Blue Bacon, yeah, 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 he's the man. I had a friend who was going through some bad stuff, man, and he was in Bacon Stream one night, and he really took the time off the stream to talk to him, and he didn't have to. He never donated a cent to him. One of his moderators said, "Hey, this comment caught me weird. Reach out to this guy." And yeah, that was awesome. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. And I don't really, I don't know if it was, my dick's bigger than your thing with the whole police tube blue bacon thing. Uh, I know that it seemed like that when it begun, it was kind of funny, as far as police tube kind of mocking out blue bacon a little bit, and so I thought it was like a gag. I kind of thought maybe these guys know each other, but then again, maybe not. But it does seem, yeah, 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 yeah. I always hear him talk Marini during the streams. Yeah, we email back and forth about one thing, and you know, he got busy, and then that project kind of got scrapped along the wayside. So, yeah, but it looks like DeWitt's going to be paying Yellow Cab back every cent plus. I believe court costs will be added onto that because that that actually they took care of that before it got to trial. So, and it also looked like either yesterday or the day before they rolled his new charges in with the violation charges. So he's not going to be able to just plea out of this to like a 5-year sentence. I honestly think he's going to be doing some real time for this. And now with the fact that they cracked his phone and got the Matt, they're doing both. The yellow cab was civil. They threw out where he deposited the uh, the neighbor's check, where he fraudulently deposited the check. So I haven't got details on how that was closed out. Something happened, and the investigating attorney turned a letter in saying, "Okay, at this point, we don't feel like it needs to move forward." So that paperwork's been filed. It's on record. The new charges, or the charges that they brought up from the insurance fraud, is now being rolled into his all into one case now. So it's going to be big, I believe, and they've got they had to go through Google to get a letter of authenticity on some evidence they got from his phone, and hopefully that could also. And I don't know if Florida would actually pursue this or not, but apparently, I'm going to say apparently, because I don't know for sure, there's screenshots out there of his cell phone bill where he claimed military discount on, and then you're getting into stolen valor felony there, which if they wanted to add it on just to take it off to raise the minimum of the sentence. But yeah, he was in court this week. They tried to get the location moved, which I thought was kind of silly. That's not going to happen. Um, and then I've also been keeping my eye over on the trial up in Delphi with those murder there with Abby and Libby. That whole tragedy. No, Jonathan. I was talking about Jeremy DeWitt down in. He's down in Florida, Orange County, Florida. He's the. All right, Matt. All right, man. Hey, y'all have a good day, and I will. I'll be shooting you emails here later. But yeah, Jonathan. I don't know if you've ever heard of the guy, but he's a real big creep. He when he was younger, he got charged and convicted with lewd and lascivious battery with a minor 12 to 15, and so went to also police impersonation. He was charged for that. Hey, sweet baby Ray, what's going on, man? Um, he got charged for the lewd and lascivious battery against a minor, police impersonation. Does time, come out, fiddles back and forth. He's known for lying about his military service, his police service. Y'all, hey man, have a good one, brother. I'll talk to you later, man. But then, I don't know if any of you guys have been listening to the stuff up in Delphi. The guy they have charged for that has asked for that trial to be moved. So I'm glad the judge put their foot down there. So that trial has to take place in Delphi. Um, I mean that was a whole community, a whole area that was absolutely ripped apart by that, and all those years of people saying that Carroll County fumbled the investigation on that and this and that, and then they arrest the one guy with the phone. So, and I'm really hesitant about saying names, uh, but hey Ray, any chance I could reach out to you through email or something if you have time? I mean, I'd really appreciate it. It's for a series I'm working on um, about online predator catchers. Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. What uh, what organization are you with, Ray? Well, this stream isn't sponsored, but I guess everybody sees what cigarette brand I smoke. Okay, cool, Ray. Cool, cool. Yeah, absolutely. I've got. Wow, that's great, Ray. That's good. Yeah, I'd love to talk about. I, and about Alex. I didn't know much about it at the start, and when you watch clips, I don't know how to get a hold of him. Um, I commented on one channel, and I don't think it's his channel. I think somebody had either was one of his people or something. I'm not sure. Um, all right, cool, Jonathan. I'd appreciate that. He was one of the first catching videos I ever watched was him, and it wasn't a complete video. It was a video that somebody that didn't like him had put together and completely made it look like it was something that it wasn't. And it had to take it had to take somebody getting my head right about certain people to understand. Wait a minute. You know, hold up, pump your brakes. You're listening to some people that's trying to influence you there. I've heard the name FM, never met them. Okay, great. Yeah. Hey, and we're on Instagram too. Channel Worst is on Instagram. Um, we're fixing to launch our site, and on my site, I'm going to have uh, pages showing the convicted convicted. We have to have convicted predators, just so the few people that come, hey, if you're in Tennessee, here's your new list of your the 10 latest or something like that. Uh, Definitely going to have that. I was trying to get something together to help out the um, pull up on. Hey, Ray, do I have to have like some kind of software to do the panel thing? I've never done that. Hello, Blue. How are you? Hey, Vladimir. Just me today. Girls are working hard. They got some deadlines they're trying to hit, and they are killing it today. Killing it today. Yeah, I looked into it. Is the free plan just good enough, or should I actually, purchase the? Because I would love to do some panels um, on it. And when I was looking, okay, thanks, Matt. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't foresee it being a thing where it's like a 15-hour thing or anything. Oh yeah, 6 people. That'd be great. Yeah, yeah. East Tennessee, bud. I'm about, I would say, 45 minutes east of Knoxville. Yeah, 20 hours. Yeah, that I can't foresee going out of that. But I've looked in the StreamYard. If you guys have any other recommendations, okay, Matt. Yeah, yeah, and I do. I've got the business email for the channel, and then I've got sort of my own personal account and stuff. So that's not a bad idea if we do have that because I'd like. I think so. Oh, cool. All right, yeah. Thanks, Matt. Because you go to that site and I get, I have all these questions. I don't want to actually click the chat box to chat with them because they're just trying to sell you on it. So when you ask them questions about the free product, they're gonna be, well, no, 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 no. Oh, is it really? Um, it's The name, I don't care to let you guys know, it's Morristown is the name of the city here. Yeah, I've noticed that, Matt. I was trying to rewatch one. I forget what channel it was, and there was like 10 people up at one time, and like four, and two, and everybody's just kind of talking over each other because you know who was on it, and it just turned into a shit show is what it is. Oh, cool, Greenville, yeah. I used to live in well, I wouldn't say in Greenville, but Mohawk. I used to live in Mohawk. Yeah, that's cool. Got a local guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, then you know where I'm at because this is Morristown. Sorry, but yeah, taking lunch and thought I'd come hang out with everybody and see if anything's going on. Oh, thank you, Miss Blue. When you start watching other people's lives and you start hearing them say things like, "Come on, guys, smash the like," I try to not to mimic that, because I don't, Uh, oh, thanks for stopping by, Blue. Yeah, 81. Yeah, I'm not too far from that. 20 minutes or so from here. 'Cause once you get in the middle of town, it gets all and but all the stuff that I'm getting from Tommy's channel is from other sources because uh, I don't um I don't feel right now hitting that subscribe button there. Um, Lala. Okay, Lala. I apologize. Apologize. Didn't know. Still new here. Yeah, yeah. I like to play golf up there. Well, gosh, I say golf. It's been probably uh, 3 years since I even picked a golf club up after I broke my back last year and had a seizure and fell and broke my back for the first time. Uh, you know, I'm 30 something and I fell and broke my back and haven't picked up a club since. Need to. Would like to lose the weight, but um, well, any other? Can people throw out some more recommendations on some other what kind of watchdog groups that I kind of need to be um, following here for this? That because so the next episode is going to be arrest and conviction. Uh, Vladimir, no man, I got up in the middle of the night because I was feeling bad and I had a seizure. I never had a seizure up until that point, but I had a seizure, and when I did, I fell right onto my tailbone, and it cracked my tailbone, one in my lower and one in my upper. And of course, I was by myself. It was, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Uh, I had a cat at the time. He unfortunately passed away back in November, but that was interesting trying to get to a telephone to get a hold of somebody. That's for sure. But yeah, Kodiak. Yeah, yeah. I had never experienced anything like that. As far as when the adrenaline wore off and everything. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And look, I would understand if Alex was like, "Hey, I don't know this guy," you know. Well, there for a minute, Vladimir, they pulled my license here in the state of Tennessee until the tests were completed and run on that. Because at first, obviously, they put an epilepsy diagnosis on me, but yeah, yeah, Matt, and that's what I thought. Like, hey, let him. I'm going to send him you the script on this episode that I want to ask you questions about. Go back and check out the two that's going to be up, or the one now, and then the one that's going to be up. Yeah, yeah, and I have no problems professionally letting somebody see my questions. In fact, it would make the interview go a little smoother if they don't feel like they're going to be lampooned or I'm trying to pull something on them. The people I want to interview are actually people that I would consider to be extremely knowledgeable, and they're giving me their time. So I definitely, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I reached out to CPP and I said, "This is what I'm doing. I'm letting you know this is what I'm doing. Um, would love to talk to you. As long as it's recorded." And I got nothing, and I felt like that was my responsibility to go out and contact him to let him know, hey. And it's not just a hit piece about him. It's in general the actions, and you know when you take that responsibility on, it doesn't just end with the cops showing up. And I've noticed going back through some videos that people have posted of his, he had a lot of problem with every county police. It was like something, police this in this county, Broomfield police, Weld County, and it's like, was it every county? And then when they show up, he would say, well, this county always arrests this county. But then you look back videos a year before, and he's complaining about that county. So, um, you know, it wasn't to troll him out on anything. Like I said, if I don't have the documented proof on it, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go after it. But if I've got the proof, I'm gonna say, here it is. This is what was said. But here's this paperwork that shows different. Here's this proof that shows different. You know, I mean, there's video of a senior drink driving video uh, that had something to do with picking up kids. Uh, yeah, and somebody sent me a video of some catches that were made where they made contact first, and it was very short chat logs. They made contact first, and they got sexual when the other person didn't do it first. And even the point of setting up meetings, it showed that. Now, can I verify? Because it was all done. Yeah, and I've heard him say that entrapment is a law enforcement term, and that gave me flashback to Jeremy DeWitt, because every time the police would interrogate him and he would not shut up, he would always throw out, "You guys are putting law enforcement terms on us." And when I heard that, I stepped back. I'm like, holy crap. That, I think MasterCard made a video that showed the the similarities between them, and yeah, it made me run cold, because that was the minute that the realization fell on me, that I need to be a little more hyper aware when I watch these videos about that. Yeah, Kodiak DeWitt is a very crazy man. I'm going to be the Jennifer Burton, his little side piece that was, she was making videos publicly. You're right. You're right, Jonathan. You're right. It's not a law enforcement term. Um, it's a legitimate term when you're talking about trying to get a conviction on a scumbag, and that's what they are. Period. I'm not saying I'm all for anybody that can help get these people off the street. Uh, you know, I, I can't sit here and say I've got a personal connection myself to that time, that type of thing. I've seen it in my own friend circle, but you know that that is you can't play shades of crime when it comes to stuff like that. It's all just the worst kind of stuff. I mean, what has to live inside a person to find a child attractive? I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I've watched interviews, these jailhouse interviews of these guys they have to keep in protective custody. But I've got no sympathy whatsoever for anybody who can look at a child and think that those type of things. I don't know if it's a wiring thing, if it's a you know people say maybe how they raised. I don't know. It seems like they come from all different types of backgrounds, so I don't know how we can say that. I'm gonna try to hide the cigarette logo this time, so I don't give LD any But yeah, I'm all for recommendations, guys. You know, the like I've said it so many times. Next one's going to be arrest and conviction, and then the episode 3 is going to be about uh, the responsibility that goes on the shoulders of someone who takes this on. Um, it's heavy. It's real. It's heavy. It's deep. Uh, it's very big. I mean, absolutely, Jonathan. Yeah, yeah. Everything. Um, I've heard again on his channel and the other channels I watch. I've never heard the catcher say this, that they've turned in evidence that wasn't followed up on in some way, shape, or form. If they've turned in evidence and there wasn't a direct arrest out of that they know of, maybe it was because their evidence wasn't right to begin with. Maybe, I don't know. Uh, but everything. If he used his wife to make a cell phone call, that has to be documented. It can't be. She don't want to be a part of it. Anything that was involved in it, they got to know, because a public defender will rip that apart. Someone who's not completely trained up in the law going, or maybe they are trained and they're so concerned in one aspect of it, and it might be, okay, we need 2 or 3 catches this week. I'm going to go live. I don't know if it's a money thing. I don't know with him. I don't know. I can't say for sure. But you would think that every single stitch of evidence, everything they ask for, the way they ask for, would be, if one county says a memory card's fine, they'll do a memory card. If another county says, hey, I need a phone, turn it in, and go get a $29, $19 track phone, and do it that way. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it, and I'm still learning this, guys. With the chat thing, I'll get talking about one thing and somebody will say something interesting, and I'll go to look at it, and then it completely takes me off of what I was doing. Even in my work today, I'm on Blue's website listening. I think I'm going back to tax time 2022, when there was some issues over the employee identification number and people getting their tax refunds kicked out. Does anybody know if anybody ever got refunds from that? All right, Jonathan. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Go, if you're not on Instagram or Facebook, come out and check us out, man. Yeah, we'll go maybe another 20 minutes or so, or if everybody just runs out, and that's cool. I know it's lunchtime and everybody wants to get their grub on. That's cool. But does anybody know if CPP has made any refunded donations on that? I haven't. There was one lady, don't know anything about her, named Penny Ortiz, who of course was up on the story. And then when I seen Blue's video, he out and outright said he didn't know who she was, and Ortiz. But then she showed videos of him uh, talking about her. So I don't know. I don't know her. Did she have any luck getting any of her money back? Okay, Kodiak. Oh, you're not going. I'm sorry. You're talking to Jonathan. Hi. I get beat up over on Reddit when I tell everybody, hey, I'm posting a new DeWitt video. They tell me I'm beating a dead horse, but my gosh, he's just one man that I can't get enough shots in on. Guy claims he was, I was an Army Ranger. I retired 12 years. I jumped in Fallujah. When you go and check, and there was one jump in Fallujah and it wasn't even considered a combat jump. Oh no. And people that will lie about stuff that can be easily verified, that's another thing. But yep, it's been a process finding these. I'm finding more case closed out of their catches than I am finding cases where it's actually been prosecuted fully, or even on the dockets. And that's searching a couple of different counties up there. Yeah, and you know what, Kodiak? I am so surprised he didn't kill anybody with those set up car crashes he would do. Just and then to have the brains to record them and have them to where they can be found. I mean, my gosh, you're going to record yourself telling your brother who just got by, he ran into a taxi when it was coming out, and you're going to switch places with him to claim the insurance, which, by the way, he didn't even have business insurance. Everything he had was insured in his wife's name under a policy, just a regular individual's policy. It wasn't business insurance. So he defrauded them there. He defrauded the insurance company that the cab company had. So it's just a total mess, man. And you know, him doing things like stealing checks out of the mailbox, changing the name on it, and depositing the checks. I mean, that alone's bad enough. But then you add in the continuous, uh, yeah, Kodiak. Uh, some people say she's left the country and went to Egypt. I tried to confirm that. I know the bank is coming after the house now because shortly before he violated his probation, he took a second home equity loan out of the house. I think not too long after he got out, maybe. I need to confirm that. But I do know he took that secondary home mortgage out or a line against it. And now the bank is coming back for it. And of course, he lied about what his house worth, what his house, how many bedrooms. I mean, the guy, you know, all these body cameras that we have of the police just coming to that house and the things he was lying about. You know, this is the kind of guy that sets his own car on fire and spray paints stolen valor on it so he can claim it on his insurance. Again, that wasn't a business insurance policy. He was claiming it all under individual, and it was all in his wife's name. So, and I believe by the time the taxi cab wreck happened, Sergeant Vidler had already had insurance cancel him for insurance fraud purposes. He was giving over these insurance cards from them, saying that was his thing. But Kodiak, I have never seen anybody in my life uh, do anything but record themselves getting in trouble. I mean, anytime his body camera was on, he was getting in trouble. He was filming himself doing something stupid, filming himself talking on the phone with attorneys, forming plans about things. You know, it just at some point, somebody around him you would think would be like, "Hey, quit, quit recording yourself breaking the law so many times." I mean, my gosh. And then Real World Police, they sort of brought me into the whole thing. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen that channel. That's an awesome channel. They got an interview with his alleged victim, and that was really a rough listen. The things that she was claiming that went on there, but he always claimed that he had met some girl at a bar who had a fake ID, and that wasn't the case. It was a minor of a friend of his that he had moved in with his friend, and then he sexually assaulted him. I mean, yeah, Kodiak, yeah, that is a huge channel, and it was funny when Jennifer made her video about that. She said some rickety old channel, and I'm like, well, he's got a 1 point whatever million, and you've got 1.5 thousand. So her definition of rickety was, and what is a shame? What is a complete horrible shame about all this is that they, um, hey B Smith, not in a while, I believe she has picked Jeremy's bones clean of what she could make off of it. I honestly, I mean, she was the one who was making the videos in public to support him, but also going to the police, providing them with most of their evidence on these charges. Oh yeah, Jennifer Burton. She also, before she got messed up with Jeremy, I can confirm all this, by the way. She got a detective to resign from his position after. Oh, absolutely, Smith. After she claimed he had raped her in a police car, and then after they investigated, found out it was a consensual act. Jennifer Burton also tried to get her grandmother hospitalized so they could take to court and get her the power of attorney so she could take her grandmother's house and sell it. So, you know, and then it's been confirmed that she did have mental problems and she was staying in a mental facility for a while. And then when she got out, I think she was with maybe someone, and she had to go stay at a shelter. And she got on Ashley Madison and met JD from Ashley Madison. So, and of course, he registered nothing. Being a sex offender, he's supposed to register everything because he registered nothing, and so they got him on that too. And all those charges from like 18, I think, when he didn't register, are now being reopened because of his probation violation. So, you know, he made that his last video. He was on the roof of his house or something like that, and oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely, B Smith. Yeah, she was. She's a piece of work for sure. Not somebody you want to get in with. Yep, yep, Kodiak. May. May is when he has to go. There's 2 dates in May. I don't have it with me. Before I went live, I just had it. But yeah, they've got the cab company case. It's it's done. His judgment is he's got to pay that money back. And thing about it is, I don't know how he's going to do that. So they're going to be coming after him for years, especially if he gets a, you know, I don't know what the. I need to look at the charge to see what a min max could be on that. B Smith, yeah, oh yeah, I 100% believe that he will, but not on the cab charges, because I think that was the as far as any criminal side of it. I seen the paperwork today that said they don't believe they can move forward with the criminal side of it, but the judgment was in the civil side, so he will have to make restitution for that, or at that point they'll chase him down for years. But I honestly believe he's going to be in prison uh, maybe 8 to 10 years on this, because all those cases that he had. Uh, B. Smith, hey, you can get away with it for a little while. Just don't keep a body camera on yourself and film every time you commit insurance fraud. Uh, oh sure, yeah. No, there. The the thing about that is, B, the thing with the cab company, the charges of fraud are wrapped up in his criminal case. That was that was on the civil matter of him getting the money from the other insurance company. So with him switching out the drivers with his brother. So what Orange County has done is they're not going to pursue. There's still other insurance fraud charges in his cases. So what they've done is they've dropped that particular one, made the judgment that he's going to have to pay that back, but all the other accounts, all those times he got pulled over and provided false insurance information, he's got to answer for those. All those other accidents that he had, that he staged, that they can prove that he staged, he'll have to answer for those. So he's not getting a walk in the park by no means on that one. So, and it's about time. He new phone. Who dis? Hi, Gamer Leo. You new to the channel? Yeah, he actually thought he was going to get away with this. He thought he had his bases covered, even though he filmed every felony that he's getting charged for right now. So it's hard for him. You know, I don't know how Amir is going to pursue this. Um, I don't. I'm not jealous of Amir, and by no means in this particular situation. But everybody, thanks for coming in and hanging out with me at lunch, having a chat. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Gonna head back in and get some more stuff done. But hope everybody has a well. Before I go be on that, I don't know how much Jeremy's actually paid him. I know that his family's made a few payments here and there on it, but I think he's still paying for the last couple of years. Kodiak, if you'll go search Channel Worst on Instagram, you can give us a follow that way. It'll have our channel logo. All right, Gamer Leo. But Yuri, oh yeah, for sure, B Smith, for sure. Okay, Kodiak, look forward to catching you on Instagram. All right, you too, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, and we might make this a couple time a week thing or a daily thing. I don't know. We'll see. Appreciate everybody who came in. Everybody. Do I know Joe Mama? Yeah. Hey, gamer. Hey, anybody who's not subscribed, uh, if on your way out, if you could subscribe, would really appreciate it. I would thank you guys so much. But anyways, jumping off. Catch you guys on the next one.